What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So I threw some pictures up on my Instagram and Facebook page. If you're not following me, follow me in the links below. But I did want to show you guys, in case you're not following me, how the girls look together. So who knows if I eventually plan to display them all together. For right now, I'm not, but I did want to see what it looked like having them all together. Now, granted, if I was to do this, I would switch Mara and Harley, or possibly even do Wonder Woman, Mara, Harley. But I like Harley better next to Catwoman, and maybe do Mara then Wonder Woman on the end due to the way they pose. I think that would look better. But so Harley, she is extremely heavy and she isn't permanently attached to her base. So moving her is quite difficult. Like, she is definitely the hardest one to move, because the easiest way to move her is you have to remove a bunch of this crap and then you're able to get a good grip. Or I put it on the Lazy Susan, I pull it out, and then I can grab the Lazy Susan, which is not too bad. In addition, she has the bat, which could fall if you know, that bat's way more secure than the J&D Harley. Her bat falls out the moment you touch her. Like, you blow on her, it'll fall. So this one, I've never had it fall on me. Now, Wonder Woman is probably the lightest of the busts. Now, granted, she's still heavy, but she's light. Catwoman is decently heavy. Mara is much heavier. Mara is much heavier because of, I believe, her base having all that, translucent water resin really gives her, that weight. So I'm observing the girls and I'm trying to think which one's my favorite. Which of these girls are the best? Looking at all four, I would say Mara has the best base, then Harley, and then maybe Catwoman, then Wonder Woman's the least favorite. I would have imagined like the mascara themed, almost like city, or, even like the Queen Wonder Woman base, is definitely as good as like Mara's base. I still like the Infinity base. Not like it's horrible by any means, but it's my least favorite among the bases. So Mara's the best, then Harley. When it comes to the body, I would say that Catwoman is the worst in terms of like just visually looking at it, because there's not as much going on and it's just all black. Now the costume is basically one look, and then you have like the zipper, that design, the gloves, and then the neck piece. So not as much going on, where Mara has this gorgeous, just vibrant costume that looks so damn good. She has silicone boobies, silicone hands, and it looks just phenomenal. Now, Wonder Woman, she is, at the end of the day, she probably still has the best upper body for a few reasons. One, her armor is absolutely phenomenal. Like, mine is freaking flawless the way they did it. Her actual gauntlets are over silicone, unlike Queen's, which was, a thin layer of silicone in the middle. And she has the most silicone. Her entire back is silicone, and she probably, is overall the best upper body. I would put Mara as a very close second, but visually, when you immediately look at it, she's definitely the most vibrant. But when you get up close and really look at it, I would say Wonder Woman is probably the best torso. She has the most detailed hands for sure. Like, her hands look better than Wonder Woman's, I will say. Now, Harley had the potential to be the best. However, due to the lack of silicone on that particular hand, and the fact that's not silicone, that's what drags her down. But if you were to, forego that and look at everything else, she has the most going on. She has the gun holster. She has full silicone from right there and there. She's carrying a bat, a gun. She has the wrist blades. There is so much going on Harley that she definitely has the most going on for her. However, she's just a t-shirt where she's armor and armor, so... But I do love all the accessories on her. But I would rate it Wonder Woman, Mara, Harley, then Catwoman in terms of just middle body. In terms of, accessories to the bust per se, if you want to call it, Harley, you got a bat and a gun. Wonder Woman, you got a rope. Mara, you have water. She's doing her water effect, and Catwoman is nothing. Catwoman, they really should have given her a gun. I understand kind of the pose they're going for. She flipped up her her eye visual thing, visors. That's the pose they went for. However, they should have just gone for the same pose as Prime 1 and had the hand right here holding a pistol. I think that would have been better. So in terms of what has the best, definitely Harley. A gun and a bat is the best. Wonder Woman, you get the lasso of truth, which I do like. However, this water effect is freaking amazing, so I would put it that. So I'd go Harley, Mara, Wonder Woman, Catwoman. Now, when it comes to face, there's two ways I look at this. One, which is the prettiest. Two, which has the best likeness. In terms of likeness, I would put it from right to left, best to worst. Catwoman is a 98% likeness. These two are at least a 95 to 96, and she's about a 90 to 93. And for me, I think a silicone bust needs to be a minimum 90% for me to purchase it. Anything less than 90 is a pass. I would peg this Joker as a 90%. I would peg him between 92 to 93. Bruce Lee's a 98. Batman, that's freaking just 100%. That is Affleck right there. Aquaman, I'd probably peg him as good as Henry Cavill, like a 92%-ish. So, like I said, from right to left is best likeness. Now, as far as prettiest, if I had to just, choose which one is the prettiest, I'd say it's between these two. Wonder Woman and Mara. Those are the two prettiest. After that, I would probably say maybe Harley then Catwoman. But between these two, here's the thing. She has the red hair, which I really like, and green eyes, where Wonder Woman is all black. Now, I do love black hair because obviously, I have a thing for Asians. But red hair with green eyes, oh my Jupiter. Let me look at this. Which one do you think is prettier? It's a tough one, but maybe Mara. I think if Mara is, 100, she's 99. It's that freaking close in terms of prettiest. So that's all those categories. Now, in terms of concept, conceptually, I like them all and I like all their poses. I just wish Catwoman had the gun. And Harley, we fixed the lack of silicone, fixed the likeness a little bit better. But conceptually, I think they're all amazing. I would just tweak a few things here and there. Overall, I think Infinity did an amazing job on these busts. And they're definitely some of my favorite busts in my collection. Now, it's hard to say that, Mara is my favorite bust instantly because I just got her an hour ago. So I can't just up and say that. I think you really need to, have a piece for, really a few weeks. Let it settle in. Because when you get something, you're super excited. Your hype is up. And sometimes you want to like a piece more than you actually do like it. Pieces that you really like are pieces that a year later, you're still looking at and you're just freaking amazeballed every time you see it. So, and that's how all the silicones are for me. But in terms of which one is truly the best, I would probably still have to say between these two. These are the two best female busts by Infinity. I know Amber Heard has a bad rap, but we're not looking at that by any means. Wonder Woman probably is the most popular, and then probably Margot Robbie, then Anne Hathaway. I think the problem with the Wonder Woman is the head is tilted down, and I'm not a fan of that. It's not down too much that it Joker's worse. You can't see his eyes really unless I get down. Where I can still see her eyes. It's just tilted down. But I definitely don't like that part of the concept. I wish her head was more up, or at least angled down like Harley. Like Harley's slightly down. Mara is straightforward. Same with Catwoman. If anything, Catwoman's a tad up. Maybe like one angle up. And where Khaleesi busts, she is looking more up, which is going to be perfect for my mid-table display. And I think Khaleesi will be better than all of these. I know some people hate on Khaleesi. I personally think the likeness is as good as Mara, and a solid 95% for me. But I think that one has a gorgeous base. I would say at least as good as Harley's, maybe Mara's. But I think the 3 dragons are really going to set that one off. 3 baby dragons, in addition to gorgeous Emilia Clarke and her awesome costume and base. I think that one will become the best female bust by Infinity. But for right now, I would say it's between these two. If I had to really pick one, I'd probably say Mara, due to the fact that her head is angled up. In addition, I do really like her hair accessory, the tiara. I love that quite a bit. Now, Wonder Woman obviously has the forehead one, and Wonder Woman does have a slightly big forehead, when you don't have that on. When it's on, you can't tell, thank goodness. She obviously has the goggles, and she just has those 2 little pigtail things. Plus, I guess you can really count the puddin necklace, which is really nice on that. It's super high quality. But overall, I think Mara might slightly edge out Wonder Woman just due to the fact that her face is looking forward. And I really like that tiara and just the vibrant color overall of the bust. But, these busts are all so incredible. And I am extremely happy I own them all. There is absolutely zero regrets. And I think if I ever had to truly downsize my collection big time, the one thing I would definitely keep is all my silicones. I would keep all the silicones with their companion pieces and get rid of everything else before those. In general, I'd probably just keep every bust I own and just, if I don't have a companion piece, get rid of it. That's how I'd probably get down to it. If I ever truly downsize, I'm like, if I don't have a bust, unless it's a piece like Hulkbuster, or, Jetwing Optimus, obviously, I would get the bust, though, for that. Maybe I should. Goodness. But, yeah, overall, these Infinity Girl busts are truly just a piece of art, and I am so happy to own them. And I really am digging how these 4 look together. Imagine now having the Infinity bust in between each of them. I am getting Infinity Mara, in a few months. And I would love to see that display. However, it does mess up my plan. Unless I decide to sell off Cyborg and Flash and do my girl wall, that's not going to happen. But I still love the idea of doing that girl wall. Really love it. And this is a size comparison of Aquaman next to J&D Harley. J&D Mara is a tad taller than her, but in general, that's the type of scaling it's going to look like. So obviously he is way taller up on his base, like way taller. But in general, his body is also quite a bit bigger, a solid 25% thicker, I would say. J&D definitely goes on the smaller side for their silicone 1/3. I wish they were definitely bigger. Like there's Catwoman. You can see the size of Wonder Woman's head next to her. Wonder Woman is quite a bit bigger, solid 25% bigger. But these J&Ds, again, are the highest of quality statues out there for 1/3, and they are gorgeous looking. I just think in general, they don't display well next to other 1/3 outside of Prime 1 Blitzway's collabs, because those are a little bit smaller, and Queen Studio 1/3, because they also are on the smaller side. In general, all of Queen's products are on the smaller side, except for Hulkbuster, their giant Thanos, and their busts are all kind of like weirdly scaled. Like Spider-Man's maybe overscaled compared to Black Panther. And the scaling is just a little bit weird all around. But yeah, anyways, folks, these are the 4 Infinity Girls out there. Can't wait to get J&D Mara, eventually. and see how that stacks up next to this Mara bust. Let me know, which of these busts do you like the best? And I'm trying to not take into consideration my love of the character, because if I had to pick, based off that, I would instantly choose Wonder Woman and then Harley. Not picking off that, just based off the visual appearance, the likeness, the overall detail, the concept, the base, I would say Mara is probably the best bust, and then Wonder Woman is very closely after. And then after that, I would probably peg it, I like Harley more than Catwoman, so Catwoman's probably my least favorite. But again, these are all absolute grails for me, and I love all four of them. But I wanted to give you guys that comparison, so if you're looking to maybe pick up just one, and you want the most high quality one out there and whatnot, Mara. But yeah, that is my 2 cents on the matter. So eventually someday I will get a custom Black Widow bust. She's going to go there. Now imagine if we do Black Widow in this display and Khaleesi, and then you get a Selene from Underworld. Then you have the ultimate girl display, not just from the DC universe, but from all movies. Like, those are all my favorite women. I mean, I guess you could throw a few more in there. Obviously, there's other, Scarlet Witch, heck, Gamora and Nebula, Captain Marvel. I mean, I have my Captain Marvel bust over there, but you know what I mean. But in general, I would say those ones would be the ultimate girl display for me, keeping it super limited. That is it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.